You don't actually lack motivation. You've just been stuck in the same pattern, over and over again. You tell yourself, this time will be different. You plan. You prepare. You even feel motivated for a moment. And then you stop. Not because you're lazy, but because something in your brain pulls you back. And the worst part? You don't even realize it's happening. Because this isn't about discipline. It's a loop, a hidden pattern that's been controlling your life. Part 1, the trap. It always starts the same way. You tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll wake up early. Tomorrow, I'll be disciplined. Tomorrow, I'll finally change. And in that moment, it feels real. You can almost see it. The better version of yourself, focused, consistent, in control. And your brain rewards you for that. Not for doing the work, but for imagining it. That small feeling of relief you get. That sense of, it's okay, I'll fix it tomorrow. That's dopamine. And over time, your brain starts confusing, thinking about change, with actually changing. So instead of taking action, you stay stuck in preparation. You tell yourself you're being productive because you're thinking about it. You open your notes. You write down goals. You plan everything out perfectly. And for a moment, it feels like you've already made progress. But nothing actually changes. Days pass, weeks pass, and you're still in the same place, with the same thoughts, the same plans, and the same version of yourself, because the pattern has already begun. And by the time tomorrow arrives, you're back where you started. Part 2, the loop. Everything you're experiencing follows a pattern. A loop that repeats itself over and over again without you even noticing. It starts with discomfort. That feeling you get when you know you should be doing something, but you don't want to. So what do? You avoid it. You distract yourself. You scroll. You delay. And instantly, you feel better. That relief is the trap. Because now your brain has learned something. Discomfort leads to avoidance. Avoidance leads to relief. So the next time you feel discomfort, your brain doesn't push you forward. It pulls you back. Back to what's easy. Back to what's familiar. Back to what feels safe. And then you make a promise. I'll do it later. I'll start tomorrow. I just need the right moment. And that promise gives you relief again. And just like that, the loop resets. Discomfort, avoidance, relief, repeat. Every single day, you're reinforcing the same pattern without even realizing it. And the more you repeat it, the stronger it becomes until eventually, it doesn't even feel like a choice anymore. It just feels like who you are. Part 3, the truth. The truth is, there's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. You're not lazy. You're not undisciplined. Our brains were just designed to follow. Because our brains aren't built to make us successful. It's built to keep us safe. And to your brain, discomfort feels like danger. Uncertainty feels like risk. Change feels like a threat. So every time you try to push forward, your brain pulls you back. Not to hurt you, but to protect you. This is how your nervous system works. It's constantly scanning for anything unfamiliar, anything uncomfortable, anything that might put you at risk. And when it finds it, It activates resistance, doubt, procrastination, distraction, not because you're weak, but because your brain is trying to keep you inside what feels safe. But here's where it becomes a problem. The more you listen to that resistance, the more your brain starts to believe that this is who you are. Someone who can't stay consistent. Someone who always starts but never finishes. Someone who never follows through. And once that belief forms, your brain stops questioning it and starts proving it, because your brain will always act in alignment with the identity you believe, even if that identity is holding you back. So the problem isn't motivation, and it isn't discipline. It's the pattern and the identity it's creating. Part 4. The break. This pattern can be broken, but not with motivation. Because motivation is part of the loop. It creates the feeling of readiness and disappears the moment discomfort appears. The pattern continues because it runs automatically. Discomfort, avoidance, relief, repeat. Breaking it requires interruption. The moment resistance appears, that is the moment to act. Not later, not when it feels easier. Immediately. Waiting creates negotiation. The brain delays, it justifies, it convinces you to stop. And once you follow that, the loop continues. Action must happen before negotiation begins. No delay. No overthinking. Just movement. The action does not need to be perfect. It does not need to be complete. It only needs to begin. Open the laptop. Write one sentence. Do one repetition. Small actions interrupt the pattern, not intention. Each time action replaces avoidance, the brain adapts. Discomfort becomes familiar. Action becomes safer, and the pattern weakens. Over time, this changes identity, from someone who avoids to someone who acts. Even when it feels uncomfortable, the pattern only continues when it is repeated, and it only breaks when something different happens. That moment is always available. Movement interrupts the loop. Consistency weakens it, and repetition replaces it. That's how the pattern breaks. Part 5. The choice. Most people will hear this and continue the pattern anyway, not because they don't understand it, but because understanding doesn't change behavior. You can know exactly what to do. You can see the pattern clearly. You can even feel motivated to change it, and still do the same thing tomorrow, because the pattern isn't broken by awareness. It's broken by action, and action doesn't happen when it's easy. It happens in a moment, a very small moment that most people ignore. The moment you feel resistance, that moment when your brain says, do it later, start tomorrow, this isn't the right time. That moment is where everything is decided, not in your plans, not in your goals, not in your intentions, but in that single decision to either move or stay the same. Because every time you choose comfort, you reinforce the pattern. And every time you choose action, you weaken it, even if it's small, even if it feels insignificant. It counts, because your brain is always watching. What you do, not what you say. And over time, it builds your identity around that. So if you keep choosing avoidance, your brain learns, this is who I am. But if you start choosing action, even in small moments, even when it feels uncomfortable, your brain begins to shift. And slowly, that identity changes from someone who waits to someone who moves. And that change doesn't happen overnight. It happens moment by moment, choice by choice, day by day, until one day you realize you're no longer stuck in the pattern because you stopped feeding it and started replacing it. So the question isn't, can you change? You can. The question is, will you act when it actually matters? Because that moment will come. It always does. Maybe later today, maybe tomorrow morning, maybe the next time you feel that resistance. And when it does, you'll recognize it, you'll feel it, you'll know exactly what's happening. And in that moment, you'll have a choice to fall back into the pattern or to break it. Not perfectly, not completely, but just enough to move forward. And that one decision can change everything, because the pattern only continues when it is repeated, and it only breaks when something different happens. So when that moment comes, what are you going to do? Because that moment decides everything. Most people won't change after watching this, but a few will. Decide which one you are. If you want more videos like this, subscribe, because this is just the beginning.